That's the real CFR, and this right here has to just be something from Social Security that they kind of created.
Well, did you request the permission to operate? That will solve any issues?
Permission?
Yeah, because it says you may request the permission from the manager and they can grant you.
You know what I mean? Like, I do this. Like, this is what I do. I'm not breaking the law. And under the law, 901-151, I'm not reaching for anything, but I'm going to gladly show you. It's just a cigarette.
What happens when a camera enters a government building? Today's First Amendment audit takes us to the Social Security Administration in Evanston, Illinois, where one man tests his right to record in a public space. But confusion over signs, conflicting policies, and a missing manager lead to a standoff that forces us to ask who really understands the law.
You need any help today?
I'm sorry?
You need any help today?
Probably not at the moment. Probably not at the moment.
Can't take a picture of the inside. You can do this area here. You can't take a photo that way.
Why not?
It's just not allowed inside.
Really? I think we can.
People's private information.
Yeah, I know, but we long as I'm
You can take one in here.
long as I'm standing like you said here, I don't see why we can't. I mean, if you want to confirm it with a manager, he or she will probably let you know, just to make sure you're doing the right thing.
No, you good.
Oh, okay. So I can.
How you doing?
See, once the security come back, we'll see if he'll go and try to grab us a FOIA request form real quick, and we'll file a FOIA with this department, and then we'll be good, man. So y'all stay tuned.
She's gonna be coming out in a couple minutes.
Oh, like a supervisor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then I'll ask here.
Yeah, lunch break, so.
Okay. I'll ask him for a FOIA request form. We should be good. What's the delay?
Hello, FCPD. You're being recorded. What seems to be the problem?
Not entirely sure. Me and this young man did have a dialogue back and forth about us record. What did they call and say?
Okay, you want to step outside so we can talk?
No, we can talk right here. It's okay.
And in front of the door, we interrupting people coming in now?
No, it's okay. Like,
No, I
really.
didn't interfere with coming in.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure. I know our manager's getting ready to come, right? Yes, sir?
Yeah, he requests to speak to a manager.
Yeah, but the whole thing is about us recording, obviously. In here, I guess it's a problem, but these things here are contradictive, so just trying to get some clarification. That's what I'm saying. What did they say on 911? What did they actually say?
So that's why we're coming here to talk to see what's the issue here.
Oh,
See
okay.
you here, so.
Okay. What's your name and badge number, officer?
I'm Riley, and my badge number is 137.
Appreciate that. And you, sir?
0157.
Thanks a lot.
So you went on the manager to get some clarity?
Yeah, I guess the young man said she was on her way out, so yeah. I don't know if you guys want to follow up with her. Or...
Yeah, we've been told they can take photos in here and outside, but nothing inside. Nothing. People's personal info and stuff like that inside. Doing nothing by me right now, but I let the manager know she's coming home. So while we wait for the manager, what's your first name?
I'd just rather remain anonymous, officer.
Say it.
Just want to remain anonymous.
Okay.
Not really entirely sure.
Why are you here recording?
Just exercising rights. Okay. Exercising rights. You never really need a reason to exercise rights.
No, just having a honest conversation.
Oh,
Just asking,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Thought maybe there's a particular reason, or.
No, I do these all over, so
Gotcha.
It's like routine for me.
Have you read this by any chance?
Yeah, we was actually just kind of going over that, which it's kind of contradictory to this,
What else the other thing say?
This is the actual CFR here, so this is saying how we can do it, but over here it's saying we can't, so that's weird,
Where does it say you can do it?
If you look down there, right where it says photos for news and advertising, commercial purposes.
Photographs for news, advertising, or commercial purposes.
And if you look over here, this is totally contradicting it. It's saying you can't. So it's like, that's the real CFR, and this right here has to just be something from Social Security that they kind of created.
Well, did you request the permission to operate? That will solve any issues?
permission.
Yeah, because it says you may request a permission from the manager, and they can grant you permission too.
Right. So that's like space that's rented by a tenant. So that'll be like anything past these doors.
Okay.
Yeah, you wouldn't need any permission for the building entrances or lobbies or something like that. So. But do you see how it directly contradicts?
Yeah, I mean, it says unless, because it says except where security regulations, rules, orders, or directives apply. So I don't know what type of security directives they have here. I don't know if it's building by building, location by location.
Right.
I don't know what type of security measures they have here.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. What did they? So I'm just curious. What did they actually say to you guys?
They just said a male is in the lobby recording, and they don't know what his intentions are.
Really?
So
Oh wow.
that's why we're here.
Okay.
I guess to figure
Okay.
out what your intentions were.
Oh, I mean, like I said, you never really need a real reason to exercise a right because obviously it is a right to record in public.
Sure.
So, yeah. So it's just that I don't know. They should know, but
Hi there. You go ahead.
Thanks. Can you stand more on this side so that people can think it's?
I'm not in their way though. I'm not in their way.
I mean, it's just polite thing to do. 'Cause you're
Oh,
kind of
so-
right there by the door.
Yeah, but I mean, I could. I don't want to really get into. I don't want to stand too close by you guys. You never know. You know, the guy bumped me and tried to grab my gun or something. You know.
You got a gun?
No, I'm saying that's what some officers might convey. You know, this guy was standing right next to me and he kind of gave me the elbow and bumped me. You know, I don't want to go through any of that. You
Yeah,
know.
we don't want to go through that either.
That's what I'm saying. So if I actually,
You got all the space right there. Trust me, I'm not gonna.
officer, you never know. You just never
We
know.
don't play games, man.
We don't.
I understand, but it's better safe than sorry, right? Just
You know, relaxed we are, cool with you.
I understand. I just want to, cross my T's and dot my I's. That way I was on this side of the room, you guys are on this
You
side.
got your camera going, we got our cameras going, and I'm sure there's a camera right here too.
That's true. But, sometimes those can be edited.
Ain't no
This one ain't going to
bumping,
get it. You're just like the whole situation with, I know this guy seen a couple of months ago with the Acorn situation, right? Oh, you don't hear about that? With the Acorn failed and hit the car, and the ladies, the police start shooting at the guy. He's shooting. It's just an accident, right?
Maybe,
Oh, you never heard of it?
I
Oh, wow.
might have read something just really briefly.
Yeah, it was viral
Where was
situation.
that?
I'm not entirely sure what city and state. It went viral, though. It was everywhere.
But it wasn't here.
No, it wasn't here.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm just saying, when I was making that point to say, as being human beings, you never know in terms of someone making a mistake or perceiving something to be something that it isn't.
Oh no, I thought you was talking about. I thought you was
Let's
talking
go
about
check on
editing
my
videos.
manager.
Oh.
Okay.
I see another officer's on deck. How you doing, officer? Everything all right? Oh, okay. What's your name and badge number, sir?
Just driving through.
Oh, you're just driving through?
Yeah.
And your name and badge number, sir?
Officer Basner, star number 135.
Appreciate that.
No problem.
Hi there. I want to step in front.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, man, they obviously called you guys because we're sitting here exercising our right to record in public.
Sure. That's what you want to do.
Yeah.
I don't see an issue with it.
I was showing the other officer, the taller guy, I was showing him how
Yeah.
the CFR right here tells you how we can do it.
Yeah.
And then this right here contradicts it. So it's weird. I don't, but we're waiting on the manager. She was supposed to come out like good 20 minutes ago, so I'm not really sure what's the
Yeah,
hold up.
I don't know. I mean, if you want to publicly record, you publicly record, and it's
Yeah, I know. What's the big deal?
public building. Right? But it incites reactions out of people. So that's
I understand. That's crazy because, like I say, everybody be kind of like skeptical and curious on the camera, but we use cameras every time you leave your
All
house.
right, buddy. Have a good day. Okay?
Oh, y'all good to go?
Yep.
Okay. Appreciate it. All right.
Be safe, okay?
All right, you too.
Hey, sir, the manager said that she has nothing for FOIA, but you could do a check online.
Oh, so she's not coming out to have a dialogue? Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So you know what I'll do? I'll just fill it out on a blank sheet. I'll fill out the FOIA on a blank sheet because there's no standard form even required. And then I'll turn it in. If you want to go and get like a copy of it for me, we'll be good to go. Because I can't obviously step past the threshold.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do that.
I'll fill it out right here. Appreciate it. So I'm going to fill out a FOIA on this little blank sheet right here, TTA family. We should be good to go. Sir, yeah, you can just like give me
want a copy of that?
Yeah, stamped received copy that they received it, and like kind of like a receipt, and then we'll be good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then We can submit that in here.
The
with
Dropbox?
envelope, yeah. If you want to put your information, or you could put anonymous, whatever.
Dropbox.
Let me make a copy. of it.
Okay. All right, cool. So I'm not really entirely sure GTA family, Evanston has came and went. My thing is,
When public servants hide behind confusing policies and call the police instead of engaging, it's a sign that First Amendment awareness is still lacking. But this audit proves that knowledge is power. Stay calm, stay peaceful, and never stop holding the system accountable. Your rights don't disappear just because a camera makes someone uncomfortable. A calm encounter takes an unexpected turn when officers insist on identification without any crime committed. But what happens when a well-informed citizen holds firm, citing case law, Florida statutes, and constitutional rights with confidence? This isn't just a casual fishing trip. It's a lesson in civil liberty, accountability, and standing your ground. Let's see how this unfolds.
Yeah.
You got your ID and your license and all that?
Yeah, I got all that stuff.
Okay, can I see it?
Yeah, no. If you look at the 379, hear me out. Under the 379 statutes, if you actually read 379, it pertains to Fish and Wildlife Commission officers. I do have a valid fishing license, and I'm clearly going fishing. Under 901-151, unless you suspect me of a crime, have committed a crime, or about to commit a crime.
Okay, so I have had numerous calls.
That's
from
fine.
Citizens.
Right.
Okay. So at this point, right now, all I'm trying to do is just identify you.
You don't have.
Listen, and then after that, you're on your way. I understand, you know.
But I have to be. I have.
Listen.
There has to be a crime, man. I'm not trying to be hard about this. They run my name across the state of Florida. Obviously, I'm the guy that goes around the state of Florida doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I do this. Like, this is what I do. I'm not breaking the law. And under the law, 901-151, I'm not reaching for anything, but I'm going to gladly show you. It's just a cigarette. I don't litter. See how good I am? See how I'm not trying to break any laws?
You're good, dude.
I get it, dude.
I'm not out here saying that, you know, you are.
Fishing, those are all the dates.
Can I see it?
Under Florida law, I've just done you a solid by saying, here's my fishing license. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to run my name through David, NCIC, FCIC, all those other databases that pertain nothing to do with my fishing license. Nothing. Right now, if we're questioning my fishing license, which I clearly have, you can call FWC and they can come out and check it. Because right now, all I'm doing is trying to go fishing to that park right down the road here. Like right at the end of this block. And that's all I'm doing is just going fishing, man.
Okay. All right.
I'm not.
What's your name?
My name's Mike.
Mike what?
My name's Mike, and it's nice to meet you, bud. Unless you suspect me of a crime, but if you suspect it, then I'll gladly give you everything you're entitled to. Unless you suspect me of it. If you don't suspect me of it, I would just like to kind of go on my day and just move about. And like I said, I have no ill will towards anybody. Obviously, they don't understand the law, and you understand the law better than they do. But right now, I'm just saying, hey, I'm just going fishing. I've got a valid fishing license. I have no qualms about giving my fishing license to the right authority, which, once again, under the 379.354, which is the Florida Fish and Wildlife Commission, it's their statute, basically. And I'm not reaching for nothing. .379 statutes, Florida. Right here. I wasn't joking. It says 379 statutes, fish and wildlife conservation. And that's why I say the 379 statutes.
But there's also a Florida statute,
right,
the 790,
right,
which
.053, 790. I know the 790s.
You know, talks about the same thing. Okay.
Right.
So,
what part of 790 does fishing include at any point? You tell me where the 790s and the 379 statutes with my fishing license, because right now I'm actually expressing 790.053, which actually would be illegal in the state of Florida unless I was following 790.25 section 3 subsection H, which I am.
With the fishing.
Correct.
Correct.
Right now.
So so with that part, the 790 that we just talked about,
correct,
that's what gives us.
It does not.
But it does.
I have to break the law. I would have to break 790.25 or 790.053 or 790.06. Like, I'd have to break one of those statutes. And under 901-151, what crime am I committing?
So, and it doesn't have to be a commission of a crime. It can be the investigation.
You can investigate all you want.
But listen,
but
at this point, for us, this is a suspicious person call.
But
so
suspicion isn't until you came out here, and I'm telling you I'm going fishing. So we've just dispelled the suspicion part now. We're past suspicion. I'm not suspicion because the person that called, suspicious person. You come out here, you meet me, I'm going fishing. The suspicion part is now over.
Okay, but
right?
Listen, what I'm saying is the suspicion part isn't over for me, because how do I know that you're allowed to carry? How do I know that you're not a convicted felon?
Florida,
you're not supposed to be
Florida
with a firearm.
Here, I can pull up a case law for you. It's called Florida versus JL, State versus JL. The guy was a convicted felon. He had a firearm on him, left it in the back of an Uber, and when they went through the whole court proceedings, they threw it out because there was no suspicion of a crime. They didn't have the right to identify him because they didn't know if he'd broken a law yet. That's the key thing about 901-151. State versus J.L.
Look that up. Show that to him. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. I'm not going anywhere. Right there. Asserts that the police officer did not have the requisite reasonable suspicion to justify a stop or frisk, that consequently the seizure of the firearm was unconstitutional. See what I'm saying? Like, this is the federal case law. This came straight out of Florida. It actually came out where I live. I know about this case law, and the only reason I know about this case law is because these are very pertinent to my constitutional rights. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to be a hard butt about this. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. But what I am saying is that I am lawfully doing what by law to a T right now. And unless I am suspected of a crime, you can't ID me, man. Like, I literally have a fishing license valid. It's valid till July of this year. I'm going fishing, I'm going crabbing. This is what the net's for. You know, like, I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time. I'm really not. But, you know, I deal with this on a daily. Like, this is what I do. You know, I'm sure you've seen the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm aware of several of them.
Yeah, it's 90% of them are me, man.
Oh, yeah. Did you build that?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
Thank you.
Side chargers. Right?
Yeah, it's a very rare one, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little short, but you know, at first when I first got it, the blast was like, oh my gosh, and I found a muzzle device that's going to help with the blast, but I think it's going to push back a lot of some of the dust because it's so short.
I built an 8.5 before, and it was ridiculous. The muzzle blast was ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just like,
yeah.
See the guy in the black pickup truck down here?
Yeah. He was. That's the one that was following me. That person right there was following me and just taking pictures. I was just walking, you know, waving to people. Like, I'm a friendly guy, dude. And like,
people just don't see it very much around the town, so they're gonna.
I know, and I get it, and I totally, like, for them to call, I get it, and then that's where I would say the education half for me. If I could talk to them and say, hey, what I'm doing is legal, you know, and whenever I meet people, I'm like, hey, under this statute, you're allowed to do this. And that's the education that I do on my channel, is to try to say, hey, not everybody has a concealed weapons permit. You know what I mean? And that's why I started doing this. I was almost robbed while I was fishing. It was 2-3 in the morning. 2 guys walked down on me, screaming stuff at me, saying they wanted my money. and all I could do was swing my fishing pole at them and run. That's how I got myself out of that situation. Now, if they would have had knives, guns, or whatever, and my gun was in the car when I was fishing, and I was scared to openly carry. I was scared to do it, and ever since that day, I was like, you know, guess what? If I'm scared to protect myself, I should stop caring about other people's feelings. I was more concerned about people's feelings at the beginning. Like I knew that people would get scared by the sight of a gun.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, you know, I'm like, I was if, and but about it. And then I was like, you know something? My life is worth more than people's feelings. You know, the same oath that you took to swear and uphold to defend my rights. You know, this is my right to do this. And, you know, I'm not trying to give you guys a hard time about any of this.
I know. I'm not sure what.
Yeah, I don't know either.
You're good.
Like,
you
yeah, if you want, I'm literally gonna be right up here at the end of the block,
Yeah.
right at the thing, and I think there's fishing there. I don't know 100% yet until I usually get to where I'm going fishing. If there's a sign that says no fishing, I'll just be.
There used to be one. I'm not sure.
If there is a sign there that says no fishing and I see it, I'm turning my butt around and I'll go right back to my car and I'll be done. But like I said, I'm pretty sure there's fishing. People told me there's fishing over here, so.
Yeah, people have been out here fishing.
Yeah. Yes, sir. I think we're good. All right. I don't see them.
What we saw today was more than a refusal to ID. It was a calm, educated stand against intimidation. When officers meet citizens who know their rights, the balance of power shifts. Let this be a reminder. Understanding the law is the strongest tool we have when our rights are questioned. Stay alert. Stay informed. What you just witnessed is why the camera never lies, but people in power often do. If you believe in transparency and standing your ground, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more real encounters that challenge authority.